everyone, this is MTB with Ryan, and today I'm going to be showing you how I got this 2007 Gary Fisher Hifi Pro for only $300. So, I found this bike on Pink Bike on a listing for $300. It seemed good, other than the back shock was blown. This made me worried, but I figured I could get a good deal on it, and I could still fix it. So, what I did is I contacted the guy, and we negotiated a price down to $250. So, I picked up the bike for $250, and now my goal was to repair the rear shock. So, what I did first is take the rear shock apart. I realized that what it was is there was air in the negative chamber and the shock was stuck down. So, I ordered a Fox Float repair kit and I took the shock apart and followed YouTube videos to repair it myself. That shock kit only cost $25, and I spent the other $25 on a shock pump, equaling $300. So, I got this full suspension bike with 2 air shocks for only $300. Now, I'll give you a review of the bike. Now on to the review. First, we're going to start up front. First, we're going to go to the tires. The Mountain King Continental 2.2s. Next, we go to the rims, which are Racelight Disc tubeless. These tires and rims are a tubeless ready, and they are tubeless. Next, we move down to the disc brakes. These are 160mm rotors with Avid Juicy 7 calipers. These are hydraulic disc brakes. We have a Bontrager quick release, and they are not a through axle. Next, we move up to the Manitou Minute Super Air fork. It is 120mm and works well for me. I currently have it set at around 80 psi, which gives me about 20% sag. Moving up, we have a 1 1/8 threadless headset straight steer. Then, moving to the cockpit, we have Avid Juicy 7 hydraulic disc, like I said earlier, front and rear. We have Shimano Dior LX shifters. It's a 3x9 setup. So we have 9 over there, 3 up here. Next, we have our Bontrager stem Racelight stem and bars. Next, we move on to the frame. It's 6061 aluminum Gary Fisher frame, meant for a 120mm rear shock. And our 120mm rear shock is the Fox Float RP23. It has a nice lockout that works really well, and it is really cushy, and it's great suspension shock. And we have our water bottle cage, and now our cranks. We have Shimano Dior XT cranks, Rock Bros pedals like I installed on my old bike, but I put them on this one now. And we have our 3x cranks right there, and our shifter there. And moving back, we have our A-frame right here, and we have our rear 160mm rear disc rotor and Avid Juicy 7 rear calipers, which are once again hydraulics. Moving up, we have the seat and the seat post. The seat is a Bontrager race seat post and a Bontrager race seat post. I find these very comfortable and better than the old ones. Moving around the other side, you can see our rear derailleur, which is a Shimano XTR. It shifts really well, unlike my old bike, which did not shift as well. Now, moving up, you can see the 9-speed cassette there and the 3-piece speed cassette in the front. This is everything on this 2007 Gary Fisher Hifi Pro. Here you can see me doing some bunny hops. I'm trying to demonstrate how nice the suspension is. It's really nice and plush, and it helps me so much on the trail, gaining more control. It is much better than my old suspension, and this bike in general is much better. With this bike, I haven't rode any major trails yet, but I soon plan to go to Frick Park and North Park, and later in the summer go to Seven Springs. I'll document all these with video reviews of the places and review on how my bike handles it. I hope this bike will handle everything well, as it has so far handled everything I've done with it very well. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.